You have probably joked about it many times throughout your life, but let's take a few moments just to get serious. What would drive you to sell everything you have, clear your calendar, buy an RV, and hit the open road?
Well, just me saying yes to my husband, but for most of us, it's just a dream. But for our next guest, it's a dream come true, and we'd like to introduce you to the Campaholics.
The Campaholics.
Yeah, this is Missy and Mike Cook of Laurel, and by the name of it, it sounds like you're having a good time. So let's, Mike, you're a retired Delaware National Guard, right?
Yep, in Delaware Natural Resources Police.
Okay, and you're retired
From the school district.
IT.
IT. Mhm.
Okay, so you sold everything.
We did.
And packed up and took off.
Took
so
off.
How? Why?
Well,
many questions.
the simple answer is life is too short. So I wanted to get out and enjoy the open road, see my country. Because being in the National Guard, I've been around the world, but I haven't been in my own country. So that was the primary reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first, thank you for your service.
Thank
We
you.
won't say record. Now, this is like a relatively new adventure for you guys, right? What, April?
April, yes. We were weekend warriors before that.
Yeah. Every weekend?
Pretty much.
Pretty
Something
much,
to go, huh?
yeah. 2017, we sold the house just to downsize. We didn't need the great big house. The kids were college, moved on, and then we bought 3 campers in 3 years
To figure out what
to figure out what we wanted. So we started camping, realized the first one was too small,
Right.
bought the second one, and somewhere in the second one, he said, why do we need to, we were going to build, something smaller, and he said, we don't really need to do that. Let's see if we could live in this
here.
full time. But his very first thing was, but I have to have a bigger one. Of course, every man and his tools,
Well, yeah.
the bigger the better.
I'm with you, Mike.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so we bought the 5th wheel, and then COVID hit. We bought it in December. COVID hit, and some of the local campground was doing like a buy one get one, and so we did a real good dry run. Like April, May, and July, we stayed down there because they sent me home to work remote.
Yeah.
And I was able to work from there. So we did a 3-month run basically before we hit the road to see if we could actually do it. And then I retired and we
left.
took off.
And the RV life is for you now?
It is.
It's
It
fun.
is. It's fun. There's days that it's challenging,
Yeah.
but it is fun. I mean, the people that you meet
That's
and
amazing.
the places that you see, the camaraderie is really, I don't know how to describe it.
It restores your faith in humanity. There is
Just-
great people
yes.
out there.
Yes.
So, all right. So you've and we talked a little bit before we actually turned the camera on. You faced some challenges.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Well, our rig is 42 foot long and
Okay.
it's 13.5, almost the size of a tractor trailer.
So when we're hooked up, we're what, 60-some feet?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I have to carefully plan out our route, make sure we're not hitting any little bridges, any trees, or any stuff like that. Make sure the campsite is big enough to accommodate us. So I use Google Earth and map it out.
Gotcha.
The whole route.
So there's days that it's not all fun and games.
Right.
We're
Sure. But that's
planning.
life.
We're doing the same. Yes, just because we're not in a sticks and bricks,
Yeah.
we're still doing the same things in just a 480 square foot versus.
Okay.
If you own an RV, you have to be a handyman.
Yeah, so that's another challenge. Or so because I know I'm going to say it wrong. What is it they say when we go down the road?
It's like an earthquake.
Like an earthquake. Things are shifting and moving, and yeah. So when
The
you
RV
get
is going through an
there,
earthquake.
when you get there,
Okay.
there may be a piece of trim falling off the wall,
Right.
a chair turned over.
It just is what it is.
It is what it is.
So I want
Yeah.
to ask you about the social media aspect of all of this. You guys, you have followers?
We do
do.
have followers. That's more on him.
We have about a total of about 60,000 followers right now on social media.
Really?
As our phone, our travels across
on
the
different
country.
different platforms.
Yeah,
Yes.
40-some thousand on Facebook, 5,000 on YouTube.
Close to 3
Yeah, we
on
document our
Instagram.
travels on YouTube. The campgrounds we go to, RV tips and tricks and stuff like that. RV cooking outdoors. So we have a YouTube channel. So
And we document for our children to watch, and they don't watch.
yeah, great.
But you have 60,000 other people.
Our family, when I say to our family, "Did you see the video?" No.
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 Sorry,
I'm
you got
like,
60,000 others in your family. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have more people know more about us than our own family does.
So what's the coolest thing you've seen so far?
Key West was awesome.
Oh yes.
We've
I'm a beach tribe.
We've
definitely.
we parked right on the banks of the Mississippi in Illinois. Our toy hauler has a deck, so we sit and watch the sunsets on the
Lots of
Mississippi.
sunsets. Lots of
Lots of
sunsets.
sunsets.
We've gone and seen some really weird things.
Some quirky stuff on the road.
Quirky stuff along the road.
Yeah.
A tooth what is it called?
A brick of teeth.
rock that's made out of a dentist had taken teeth and put them all in the. I know it's kind of gross.
Yeah.
But that was one. That was he took all of his patients' teeth and made a
Made a single
memorial.
rock.
Like just some really.
Quirky stuff.
Yeah,
It's just cool.
some things you don't even want to document. I didn't need to see that.
Yeah,
you
okay,
know?
we'll move right
Yeah,
on.
we'll move right on.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, what you guys are doing is what a lot of couples talk
Correct,
about
yes.
doing,
Right.
but think it's probably never going to happen. What do you say to them?
It can happen, but you have to be all in.
Yeah.
You have to be all
And
in.
it takes some planning, and you have to like each other. I mean, you're with each other basically
480 square
in
feet.
480 square feet and a dog, all the time, and you're riding in the vehicle with them. So you really don't get a lot of me time. But we've been married close to 29, 30 years, so you're getting used to that. But yeah, you do got to be all in. You have to plan. You have to be a little bit of a planner. Now, some people will tell you they just go by the seat of their pants. I can't do that just because I need to know where I'm going, like what this next grocery store needs to look
Right.
like. Like
So
where
that's
can
you.
I do those little things? Yeah, but each person.
Mike, are you like that?
No, I'm a wing it.
Oh, now that's coming,
Except for driving.
That's
Except for
coming from a military. No, we've had to change military and retired police. You know, there was a regiment.
That's a routine, yeah,
So
okay.
I was like, hey, we need to be a little bit more flexible.
I've gotten more relaxed. But
Yeah,
we've been
he
planning
has.
this since 2017.
Yeah, we have. We've been planning it, and plus we're both retired and we have pensions, so it's easier now. People go and they work on the road because they still want to have an income.
There's many opportunities. You can work camp at a campground.
Yeah.
You can camp for free and work for them, or you can volunteer and work on the road. You can DoorDash or something. There's plenty of
You
opportunities.
do
to
it
work.
again.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and we don't know how long we'll continue to do it. We don't. People ask. That's the number one question. Was like, when are you going to stop? Well, really, we just started.
Yeah.
But you know, if we decide in 6 months that we're ready to have a home base,
Right.
because right now we don't even have a home base. When we come back to Delaware,
You're on the
my
road.
parents have a farm and they put up electrical and water service, and we just park between the chicken houses.
How about that? Okay.
That's where we are.
Good
So
to me.
yeah.
And the kids don't bounce back, do they?
No, what is it? The saying they say is if they can't come home, if they can't find you.
If they can find you? Yeah.
Mike and Missy Cook of Laurel, Campaholics.
The
Thank you
Campaholics.
so much, and good luck with the rest
Thank
of
you.
your travels.
Wow.
All right.
So- is it just me or is it hot in here?
No, Jimmy, it's the heat from the real estate market you're feeling right now. You looking to buy or sell? Our next guest will tell you, hang on because it's a wild ride, but he can help you navigate the twists and turns. We'll introduce you next.
And a little later on, an easy, and when I say easy, you know it's easy, recipe for pumpkin pie ice cream.